American Pickers star Frank Fritz. Antiques, including his motorcycle. Collection to be auctioned off after tragic death. Hello everyone, my name is Shofia. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. American Pickers star Frank Fritz's antiques will be auctioned off after he tragically passed away 2 years after suffering a debilitating stroke. Frank died at age 60 on September 30 with loved ones including longtime friend and co-star Mike Wolfe by his side. Frank was a longtime collector of motorcycles, vintage signs, and other antiques, as he even owned antique store Frank Fritz Finds in Savannah, Illinois. In an exclusive interview with the U.S. Sun, Frank's longtime friend Jerry Gendreau revealed what will happen to the American Pickers star's beloved antiques. They're going to have an auction. That's what I would do because of his fan base. I think he'll do really well with an auction. In 2021, the U.S. Sun photographed Frank at his $155,000 Iowa farmhouse in Davenport, Iowa. In one of Frank's houses on the property, Frank showed off rows of motorcycles from his personal collection. Through the years, viewers of American Pickers have watched Frank purchase items from vintage signs to antique mannequins. Jerry previously told the U.S. Sun some of the bikes will be displayed at his store. Frank Fritz Finds is located in the back room of Jerry's bar, Hobdogs in Savannah, Illinois. Frank Fritz's store owner reveals plans to revamp American Pickers star's shop and feature bike display after his death. Jerry told the U.S. Sun in October, "We have been an antique store for 35 years. We'll probably continue to be that. We may display motorcycles and choppers that represent Frank. Right now it's set up as an 1880s general store. Maybe there'll be bikes on a rack all the way down the center. We're trying to contemplate what other people want me to do." Frank Fritz Finds sells small antiques from $35 oil cans to a $30 vintage typewriter. Frank wasn't as involved in the business after he suffered the stroke in July 2022 at his Yo home. Frank's friends filed an emergency appointment of a temporary guardian and conservator for the star on August 18, claiming his decision-making capacity is so impaired from the stroke. The conservatorship papers obtained by the U.S. Sun revealed plans for the store during his health battle. The initial plan filed by conservator Midwestone Bank MIPS. Fritz is a well-known collector and has numerous outbuildings full of valuable collections. The conservator has not yet inventoried those items, but plans to leave them largely as they are now, with the exception of stocking Mr. Fritz antique store in Savannah. As needed, conservator is hopeful Frank will be able to participate in selection and pricing of items as he did previously. Frank Fritz was placed under a conservatorship in August 122, just weeks after he suffered a stroke. Frank's conservator is Midwestone Bank and is in charge of his finances. The bank agreed to invest Frank's money and collections to generate income. The guardian is his good friend Chris Davis. Chris is responsible for helping Frank manage his Crohn's disease treatment, go to physical therapy, grocery shop, cook, and more day-to-day tasks. The conservatorship also agreed to help replenish Frank's Yaw antique store. Frank Fritz Finds a wheelchair ramp and more have been installed in his Yo home under the conservatorship. Frank left American Pickers in 2020 to undergo back surgery. He never returned and was officially let go in 2021, despite fan outrage over the cast shakeup. Mike's brother Robbie replaced Frank on the show, while John CHL later became a full-time cast member. Frank revealed his feud with Mike 59 during an interview with the U.S. Sun in 2021. Frank said, "I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years. He knew my back was messed up, but he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing. That's just how it is." The show is tilted towards him 1000%. "I can't even bend that far down to show you how much that's fine. It's like you've got Aerosmith and there's Steven Tyler, and he's the 501 frontman. I found my spot. I'm second. And he's number one on the show. That's no problem with me. Maybe he does have a problem. The stroke left Frank wheelchair frontman. I found my spot. I'm second. And he's number one on the show. That's no problem with me. Maybe he does have a problem. The stroke left Frank wheelchair bound as he was in rehabilitation. He can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances, his source previously told the U.S. Sun in August 2023. Basically, you lose motion. He lost motion. A stroke can affect your left or your right side. It affected his right side. Jerry previously gave insight into Frank's health struggles in the months before his passing. He felt really bad, he told previously the U.S. Sun.